And we're at the 4-minute warning. 4-minute warning for the Midwest Prepper Report. And call now for your early check-in to Whiskey 5 Delta Mike Hotel.
This is KEAFOQ, Myra in Lapeer.
Gotcha, Myra. Are you doing an in and out, or are you checking in for the net?
Just doing an early check-in for the net.
Awesome. Glad to hear you out there.
Question, Dan.
Go, John.
Are you going to be live on YouTube tonight?
Yeah, it's live streaming right now.
Okay, I got it.
Two-minute warning. 2-minute warning for the Midwest Prepper Report. Net. Call now with your call sign, your county, and your name to Whiskey 5 Delta Mike Hotel. Weird, my SWR meter is not behaving quite correctly. There we go. Well, the clock has arrived at 7, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So welcome to the Midwest Prepper Report Net, or Mprnet. All licensed amateur operators are welcome to participate in providing a status for your county. When checking in, please provide your call sign, your county, and your name. Mprnet traffic should be focused on red, yellow, or green status for your county as described on our website at offgridcomms.com on the Mprnet schedule page. After you complete your traffic, please return the net to the net control station, which tonight is W5DMH. And I will now take short time in and out check-ins. Short time in and out check-ins. Call now. No short time in and out check-ins heard, so we're going to go ahead and take regular check-ins. Regular check-ins for the Mprnet. Call now.
Net control, here is Kilo 8 Oscar Bravo, Bill from Macomb County.
Gotcha, Bill. Anybody else waiting out in the wings there?
KD9 WLC, Paul in Tuscola County, sir.
Gotcha, Paul. Any other check-ins, regular check-ins for the Mprnet? Call now. Well, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Cade LCS Lance out of Jackson County called in and just did a check-in. He did not report any traffic on early check-ins, actually, before I got here. He's probably listening, though. And then we've got Randy out of Berry County. KC8QNR reported yellow for Berry County, for southern Berry County. He has been without power since Wednesday or Thursday. He's running on generator power. And busy trying to take care of things, and had a little bit of tree damage on his roof and so on. So yellow for southern Berry County this evening. So that brings us up to the top of the net. KE8 EMA, Mike out of Lake County. Mike, can you give us the status for Lake County this evening?
You betcha, Dan. This is Mike up in Lake County, Kilo Echo 8, Echo Mike Alpha. Before I continue, 73 to my old friend Myra in Lapeer County. We had a rough few days, between the storms and the wind and the rain and wind and the rain and the wind and the rain. Power was out 4 times. Longest was 3 or 4 or 5 hours at a time. So it was pretty rough up here. I had the generator running for quite a while on the day of the worst storm. But other than that, everything's okay now. We're reporting green, gas and food, and all the essentials are fine. And the weather has improved somewhat. A little drizzle here and there today, and never got much above 55 degrees, but sure beats the weather we've had in the last few days. So other than that, Lake County and the northern area here is pretty much all green, and I'll be probably checking out at this time and thinking about heading back down to my normal home in Eaton County, Grand Ledge area. So 73, everybody, and Dan, thank you for hosting the net, and I'll be out. This is Kilo Echo 8, Echo Mike Alpha, signing off.
KE8 EMA from W5DMH. Well, thanks for joining, Mike, and taking a moment out of your Sunday evening to spend with us. Had you at a 10 over signal there before your exit, so good solid signal coming out of Lake County. Glad you're green up that way, and safe travels back to your home QTH. That's going to bring us down to John in Tuscola County, WA8 ALQ. John, what's the status in Tuscola County this evening?
W5DMH, this is WA8 ALQ. We're going to call it status as green. We were up to Vassar for church this morning, and gas there is $2.99. It's $2.99. And Sam's Club in Flint for Genesee County, and there'll also be the Costco there, $2.76 a gallon, if you remember. Grocery shelves seem to be well stocked, and we're taking advantage of some dollar sales, or they're not dollar sales, but cheaper price sales, so we're happy with that. So green all the way around, Dan. W5DMH, this is WA8ALQ, Eastern Tuscola County, Murphy Lake.
WA8ALQ from W5DMH. Wouldn't that be Western Tuscola County? Aren't you pretty darn close to the Genesee County border out there, John?
Well, if I go 8 miles further east, I'll be in your driveway. So where does that put me?
Well, I guess it's because Tuscola County north of me runs a lot further west. I mean, it runs all the way over to M53. So that would be Eastern Tuscola County over there to me. But either way, I don't. It doesn't matter. We're getting a report out of Tuscola County. We're getting another one out of Tuscola County that's far more east than you a little bit later on this evening. But thank you for that green report for your area. Appreciate that, John, and taking a moment out of your Sunday evening to spend with us. Next up, because I got to jump past the guys that are not here, and we're going to go to KE8 VN, Kevin, out of Kent County this evening. Kevin, what's the status over there in Kent County?
KE8 VN here. Yeah, Kent County, we're green right now over here. There's still some parts that are slowly getting their power back on. But that's on the outskirts of Kent County. So, but yeah, we're green here. gun shop. I was there today. It's all stocked up. A lot of people buying. That's good to see. I went to the gun range and did a little shooting, so I had to re-up on the ammo. So yeah, everything's green here in Kent County, and you sound great here in Freeport. Back to net control, KE8VN.
KEAVN from W5DMA. Check it, about a 15 over signal for you there, Kevin. Good solid audio coming out of Kent County, and appreciate that green report for Kent County as well. I'm going to do a little bit of quick housekeeping here. We've got Annie Mercer up in Newaygo reporting gas at $3.19 a gallon. She's got her garden in, survived the storms this past week, and only lost power for 4 hours and nickel-sized hail. So I'm glad you got through that okay. Dave and Sonia are out there saying hello, and Dave and Sonia are reporting Lapeer County green and have not been shopping. Can't remember the price of fuel, but I do remember seeing diesel cheaper than gasoline earlier in the week. Yeah, well, that ship sailed. It's back up well over gasoline prices now. So that brings us to Myra in Lapeer County, KE8FOQ. Myra, what's the status in your area of Lapeer County this evening?
This is KE8FOQ. It's in the middle of Lapeer. It's green. Gas was, I think, $3.19. I haven't been shopping since last weekend, but I haven't heard of anything being short. And that's about it. Back to you again. This is KE8FOQ. Back to W5DMH.
KE8FOQ from W5DMH. Well, when you're on the microphone, Myra, I've got you at 10 over. Good solid signal coming out of Lapeer County this evening. Thank you for taking a moment to join us and giving us a green report for your area of Lapeer County. That brings us down to K8OB. Bill, down in Macomb County. No net is complete without Bill's report. So, Bill, what's the status of Macomb County this evening?
Thanks, Dan. K8OB here from Macomb County. I have to give Macomb County a green status report. I got fuel this afternoon. I paid $2.85 a gallon. So it's ready and available. My wife is currently at the grocery store, and she just sent me a text message, and she said everything, this is at Walmart, by the way, she said everything looks really well stocked, and she said you can get a dozen eggs for $3.82 a dozen, or you can get 18 for $4.46 for 18 pack. So everything seems to be good at the grocery store, and fuel as well seems to be in good shape. We just got home this afternoon. I was down in Dayton, Ohio for Hamvention this weekend, and they got pounded pretty good too by that storm on Friday night, and from what I understand, Michigan did too. And I even seen a report that they recorded 9 tornadoes touch down in various parts of Michigan for a period of time. So yeah, that was a doozy there. So, but anyways, I came back home. I got home about 3 o'clock this afternoon to find my 80-meter antenna laying on the ground due to that storm. So I was out there since I was out for a couple hours trying to get it back up in the tree, and I managed to get it up. So wondering if I was going to be able to check into the net. So all is good. Got it back up and back on the air, and all's green here in Macomb County, Dan. So that's all I got. K8OB, back to net.
K8OB from W5DMH. Well, Bill, your signal's 20 over. I would have never known that you had to do anything with your antenna because it sounds exactly like you always sound. 20 over signal with really good audio. Glad you got it put back together and up and running. Did you see anything new and exciting at Hamvention? I've honestly never gone, probably because I'd come back with a really light wallet if I did go. But I often see videos after the fact of some cool stuff that's on display. Did you see anything that really, something new and different that you were really excited about?
Yeah, actually, is the Yaesu has the new FTX1, FTX1X or something it's called. It's basically a QRP rig on the front end, but you can plug the whole front end unit into an amplifier, and then you got 100 watts. And it's an all-band, all-mode radio, and it's really, really nice. It's got dual VFOs, really nice. But the price is up there as well, but it's a beautiful radio. And Kenwood has a new one out as well. It's a tri-bander. It's not going to be out officially until towards the end of the year, but it does 2 meters, 440, and 220 bands. So Number kind of a couple of radios that I was really looking at that caught my eye. So other than that, it was all good. Back to net control.
Well, thanks for that update from Hamvention and Dayton. Bill, appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to join us, and that green report for Macomb County as well. That's going to bring us down to Paul over in Tuscola County, far east Tuscola County, at the Sanilac County line. KB9 WLC, what's the status over in that area of Tuscola County this evening?
KB9WLC for eastern Tuscola County. W5DMH and Mprnet. I went to the store today and they were just about out of eggs. The price was normal, but this is the first time I've seen them just about out of eggs here in Cass City. Gas was $3.19 across the road there in Sanilac County. It was a little bit higher here in Cass City. The lowest price I've seen in the last couple of weeks was the trip I made up to Wisconsin to see my sons. The gas in Minnesota was $2.57. I was up on the hill in Duluth. And otherwise it was higher than that all the way across. Marquette had one station that was reasonable, but otherwise it's all about the same price, maybe a little higher here and there. And the only other thing I've seen a shortage every now and then on was Daisy cottage cheese, and I'm not sure why that would be, because they had other cottage cheeses in the store, but we like that brand. And it's been a little short here and there at different stores. Anyway, this is KB9WLC, back to W5DMH and the net.
KB9WLC from W5DMH. Well, thanks for taking a moment to join us tonight, Paul. I'm kind of jealous of $2.57 a gallon gas. That would be outstanding. Signal strength is about 10 over. Good solid audio coming in out of far eastern Tuscola County. Thank you for that green report. And that brings us to the bottom of round one. But I have to apologize to Jerry, W8MMC. Somehow I skipped over his posting on the live chat. He's reporting green for Northern Berry County with fuel and fuel and food are both stable. So with that, we're at the bottom of round one. I'm going to throw it out there for any late lagging check-ins. Please call now. No late lagging check-ins, so we're going to roll back up to the top. I got a feeling Mike was an in and out, and I failed to mark it. But KE8 EMA, Mike, out of Lake County, did you head out, or are you still around? Nope, he was one and done. So we're going to drop down to John in Tuscola County, WA8 ALQ. Anything additional to share with the folks on the air this evening?
W5DMH, this is W8ALQ. Well, I stand corrected here. I really never paid too much attention to the layout of the Tuscola County, but looking at the map here, looks like I'm in the southwestern portion of Tuscola County. So thanks for educating me there, Dan. And so this was a good day for me to learn something new. So 7 trees, everyone, and outside of that, nothing else to add. W5DMH, here is W8ALQ in southwestern Tuscola County.
WA8ALQ from W5DMH. Well, thanks for taking a moment to join us tonight, John, and I'm glad we got that geographical faux pas corrected. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next Sunday night, same time, same channel. K8LCS Lance out of Jackson County, he is long gone. KC8QNR out of Berry County is long gone. And that brings us down to Kevin in Kent County, KE8VN. Anything additional to share with the folks on the air tonight, Kevin? Negative copy from Kevin. So there, we're going to jump down to Myra in Lapeer County, KE8FOQ. Anything additional to share with the folks on the air tonight, Myra?
This is KE8FOQ. I really don't have anything else. I am still working on trying to get on session. I finally deleted a bunch of stuff on my phone yesterday, so I'm going to see if there's enough space to get that downloaded finally. But other than that, thanks for hosting the net, and everyone have a good week. This is KE8FOQ back to W5DMH.
KE8FOQ from W5DMH. Well, thanks again for joining tonight, Myra, and we'll look forward to seeing you on sessions. Just you can send me a text message or whatever when you're ready, and I'll send you a fresh invitation to it. Bill, K8OB, you're up next. Anything additional to share with the folks on the air tonight?
Nothing else really additional to Dan other than saying thanks for hosting the net as always, and booming 40 over signal tonight as always. Just a big powerful signal always coming out of Mayville. So thanks for hosting the net as always, Dan, and I hope everybody on the net has a great week. It's K8OB back to W5DMH.
K8OB from W5DMH. If my voice could stand up a little bit. That time around you were 30 over, Bill. But thanks again for taking the time to join the net tonight and wrestling with that antenna so you could get on the air. So I appreciate that. And we're going to drop down to Paul in Tuscola County, KB9WLC. Anything additional for the folks on the air tonight?
This is KB9WLC. No, nothing additional. I'll just say have a good evening, everybody. This is KB9WLC back to W5DMH and the net.
KB9WLC from W5DMH. Well, thanks again for joining tonight, Paul. We're going to put it out there. We're at the bottom of round 2, and we're going to throw it out there and see if there's any late lagging check-ins that want to bring traffic now. Call now to W5DMH.
KE8VN.
KEAVN. Kevin, did you have anything additional to share with us?
No, I don't. I just, sorry about that. I kind of was doing something else at the same time and didn't catch it right away. But no, nothing else to share. Everything's, like I said, green. Everything's good here. KE8VN, back to net control.
KEAVN from W5DMH. Well, thanks again for joining us, and we'll look forward to hearing you next Sunday night. We're going to throw it out there one last time for late lagging check-ins. Call now. Nothing heard, so we're going to call the ball, return the frequency back to its previous use. This is Whiskey 5, Delta Mike Hotel. I want to thank you all for joining both on the air and on the live chat, on the live stream. And we'll look forward to talking to you again next Sunday night. Everybody have a great evening. I will be clear upon your finals.
K8OB, clear.